Patreon. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. Let's get to it though.
Mo G was once the most beloved figure in Toronto, from creating what many referred to as the unofficial anthem for the streets of the Six, to working with the likes of Drake at just 18 years old. He was destined for greatness. He had the bars, the charisma, and the connections, but no more than 5 years after entering the scene, he self-destructed. On today's episode of Tales of Toronto, we're going to take a closer look at Mo G's meteoric rise to stardom and analyze what caused the downward spiral of his once promising career. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Yo, what happened to Mo G? I heard about him. Is Mo G a real, like, is he really tapped in?
I like Mo G.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard in the history of hip-hop a man that gives away his creativity and helps make Billboard hits but doesn't get paid $1 for it, one credit for
After
it?
calling out Drake last week, Mo G posted a picture suggesting he was the target of a violent assault at the hands of OVO.
Man, that game it don't love ya.
Fuck Mo G,
These niggas wanna.
Word, niggas not playing with man. Listen, niggas be thinking shit sweet. Yo, niggas be thinking shit sweet. Niggas think Drake sweet, yeah, nigga.
Last week, Mo G posted a picture suggesting he was the target of a violent assault at the hands of OVO.
Man, that game it don't love ya.
Fuck Mo G,
These niggas wanna see you under. Even if I love ya, I don't trust ya. It's gonna be a hot summer.
Mohammed Badan, better known by his stage name Mo G, proudly represents the downtown Toronto neighborhood of Regent Park. When he was 2, his parents relocated him and his 8 siblings from Jane and Finch to here, the south side of Toronto's first and largest Canadian housing project. He grew up on Sutton Avenue, which was once predominantly Somali and working class, just like his parents. The block might look familiar to some, because it's been home to several hit movies, TV shows, and even award-winning musicians. Despite its rich history, Regent Park's reputation was tarnished when escalating gun violence reached its peak in 1995. To combat the issue, Toronto Police's 51 Division would conduct numerous raids in the area, but this only made things worse. Residents began calling out 51 Division officers for being the aggressors during their many enforcement blitzes, and by August of 1995, tensions reached a boiling point when hundreds of residents and police officers clashed in what is now known as the riot in Regent Park. The chaos didn't stop there, as a number of local street gangs were formed to deter the police from re-entering the neighborhood, and according to some residents, it worked. Unfortunately, as the years progressed, tension between 51 Division officers and Regent Park residents only got thicker. In fact, this was one of the few reasons Mo G dropped out of school at just 10 years old.
Yeah, you ever seen when they bring a cop to a classroom when you're a little kid and then the cop's just in the classroom looking at us like, yo, I'm gonna pack when you guys grow up. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened to me at school. That's why I dropped out of school when I was 10 years old. You see, when I say I dropped out when I was in grade 4, this really happened. Mentally, I left school at the age of 10. You know why? Because they brought feds to the school. Violation. You know what I'm saying? Super violation. You know what I'm saying? So guess what I did? I just left the whole classroom. Khalas. I went to the mosque right across the street. I never came back to school ever again.
Okay, you see what you're saying right now?
I never came back to school.
Except for a 2-week stint at the exhibition place, Mo G has never worked for anyone but himself. Rather, as his oldest friend Jabril puts it, Mo was in Regent Park with his friends, getting that street education. Street education and all that comes with it, rapping in basements, hustling in the streets, has occupied the majority of Mo G's life. That same street education also helped catapult him into stardom before he even turned 18.
I dropped out at 10 years old.
During his teen years, Mo G spent a significant portion of the early part of the day alone at home, either asleep or lounging. His nights, however, were a different story. They were long, spontaneous, excursion-filled nights that start at one place, like a rabba, and end up in another, like a studio. It's out of this lifestyle that 8 years ago, Mo G was born through his best-known song, Still by the Rabba. An unofficial anthem for the streets of Toronto, the song speaks of moving product and the rabba, among other things. When explaining how the hit record came about, Mo G says he went home and told his brother to turn on his phone and record him freestyling. Loaded with cash and excited, he then went to his friend's house and roasted all of them one by one. As Moji remembers it, I gave everyone a hot 16, making fun of them. Later that night, he would go on to write Still by the Rabo with his childhood friend, Dawg, using an instrumental he found on YouTube and the bars he freestyled earlier that day. Fast forward to October 4th, 2014, the music video was recorded and uploaded on YouTube. It gained over 100,000 views before Moji took it down out of respect for his best friend Ano, who died just 2 days after the video was released. In an interview with MTV News back in 2016, Moji explained the reason behind taking the video down. He's smoking and drinking in the video. I'm a spiritual guy, you know, I don't like his family seeing that. I was holding camera in my hand, and if I die, I don't want people seeing that. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is gonna burn me in hell.
That was different. That's different.
Police were called to Shooter Street near Parliament on October 6, 2014 for the sound of gunshots. 18-year-old Yusuf Ali was taken to hospital with multiple gunshot wounds where he later died.
Niggas would have kept that up for the clout. Yeah, niggas would have kept that shit up for the clout, for sure.
The suspect, who was wearing all black with a hoodie, was last seen heading north on Regent Street. So investigators will provide an update for us at 10:30 this morning.
Like that. I don't even want to say clout, because that's really his man's and shit. So I don't even want to say clout. A lot of people mindset ain't just like he was in there drinking, smoking. I don't want his parents, everybody, the last way they see him. I don't want them to see it like that. Some negative shit. Some people will be wanting to keep that. Yeah, some people will be wanting to keep that in there. Some people, parents, want to see that. They don't care you smoking and drinking. They just want to see him again.
Yusuf Ali, often referred to as Ano by loved ones, was described by those same people as a peacemaker and a community leader in Regent Park. He's bridged a lot of different relationships. People knew him and he was kind, no matter who you were. Before entering high school, Ano had been captain of multiple sports teams and even won an Athlete of the Year award, but as he entered grade 9 at Jarvis Collegiate, it became harder for him to stay focused. Soon, he began skipping school nearly every day with his best friend, Moji, and was completely caught up in the negatives of Regent Park. During the early 2000s, hustling in the streets of Regent Park
Not gonna lie. This shit is yo, this shit about to pop or something. Y'all don't hear that shit? That shit is just like... That shit is like... Shit gonna fuck around pop
came with a price. As previously mentioned, the block was plagued by senseless gun violence, but what most don't know was that a lot of it arose from internal gang disputes. As the violence escalated throughout the 2010s, it gained coverage by a number of Canadian media outlets, with one going as far as describing the situation as a quote-unquote internal cleansing. Now, this is not to say Ano's situation had anything to do with the internal gang disputes within his community, but based off the details.
If you rewind when y'all watching this later, y'all could see I lit the blunt and it was like still lit when I let go. That's why I was like, that shit was tweaking. That shit was finna go crazy. I'm like, hell no. They ain't gonna catch me again. Nah, that shit was finna go crazy. I threw that shit out, outside, diluted.
Provided by Toronto police, it's a theory worth considering. So let's take a closer look at Ano's case. On October 6, 2014, 18-year-old Ano was walking with two of his friends in an alleyway near Queen and Parliament Street at approximately 2:45 p.m. when he was shot in the back multiple times by a lone gunman. Toronto police quickly obtained surveillance footage in the surrounding area, and what they managed to find shocked them. First, cameras caught the lone gunman following Ano through several different laneways for at least 5 minutes in a very determined fashion before opening fire. In addition to this, the two friends who witnessed the entire incident unfold were left unharmed, suggesting Ano was the intended target of the brazen daylight assassination. After further investigation, the firearm used in the killing was found to be linked to one other offense that occurred in a different part of the city, but that still wasn't enough information to link officers to a suspect. The city's chief of police at the time, Mark Saunders, placed a $50,000 reward for any information leading to the killer, but to this day, Ano's murder is still unsolved. During his 2016 MTV interview, Moji detailed how the incident impacted him. In one instance, he had to take out Ano's braids to prep him for his wake, and while doing so, he'd seen the bullet holes in the back of his head. It was Ano who Moji skipped school with every day. It was Ano who was bumping Still by the Rabba everywhere he went, and it was Ano who told Moji to pursue his dream of rapping. Nearly a year after Ano's untimely passing, Still was re-uploaded by a fan. This time, it didn't take off right away, because the scene was now dominated by a new rap collective based out of the backyard of Regent Park, otherwise known as the Esplanade.
Prime forever.
The Prime Boys is an Esplanade-raised rap group consisting of 3 members, Donnie, Jay Wiss, and Jimmy Prime. Most may recognize Jimmy as the one who coined the now widely used term, the Six, as a nickname for Toronto. It is in reference to the city's 6 boroughs and area codes, 416 and 647. The term was created while Jimmy was brainstorming with Drake's manager, Oliver L. Katib. The two knew each other since 2014 and would often collaborate on projects together. One of them was Jimmy Prime's single, Northside. On the set of the music video, Oliver was there providing creative assistance. There too was Saif Muzad, better known by his stage name, Saif. Saif is also an Esplanade native who at the time was just an aspiring artist posting his tunes on SoundCloud. Oliver would invite him to attend the opening of OVO's Toronto pop-up store, where he was asked if he wanted to work steadily at the newly opened boutique. And as expected, Saif pounced at the opportunity. As he spent more time around the shop, his relationship with Oliver continued to strengthen. This is when he took the chance to introduce Oliver to not only his own music, but his friend Mo G's as well. Oliver seemed to like Still by the Rabba so much he sent the track to Drake, and soon after, all of the pieces needed to become a star came together naturally for Mo G. March 25th, 2015, the rise of Mo G begins here after Drake posted a clip of Still to his Instagram, captioning it, "Ginobili Dance All Summer." Although the music video was deleted for a second time, it was re-uploaded again on July 27th, 2015, and it still managed to earn impressive numbers. 3 days later, Smoke Dawg released his hit single, Trap House. That same day, Drake's highly publicized beef with Philadelphia-based rapper Meek Mill would reach its peak after Drake dropped back-to-back a diss track that sent the hip-hop world in a frenzy. Fast forward a month, Drake's highly controversial music video for his hit single, Energy, was released. As he's sending subliminal shots left, right, and center, Drake can also be seen doing a rather unique dance, one Mo G had innovated, called the Ginobili. If the dance seems familiar, it's because it's a spin-off of Chicago drill rapper Lil J's bop.
I'm about to bluff in and get rich. She wanna fuck me just in case it's for my kids.
Drake would later reference the Ginobili in his hit song, Jumpman, featuring Future.
I hit that Ginobili with my left hand, like woo.
That track would later be released on their collaborative mixtape, What a Time to Be Alive, which is now quadruple platinum. Within a year of entering the rap game, Mo G had officially been
Never even heard of Mo G. No disrespect to him or nothing. But I used to say that when I was in jail when I played basketball, and I used to always say that bar, that Ginobili bar, Drake said, and do that little stupid shit. That's crazy. See, look, that's fire. I learned something.
Signed by the biggest rapper in the world. This was huge, not just for him, but for Toronto's music scene as a whole. The consistent support from the boy shined a light on a scene that was waiting for the perfect moment to erupt, and that it did.
OVO Sound Radio.
You're listening to OVO Sound Radio on Sound 42, broadcasting live from Toronto, Canada.
Throughout the remainder of 2015, Mo G, Smoke Dawg, and Saif would have earned significant airtime on Drake's radio station, OVO Sound Radio. The 3 friends would then join forces to form their own rap collective called Halal Gang, alongside their 2 other musically inclined friends, Puffy Els and Mustafa the Poet. Fast forward to December, Safe was hosting his debut album release party at the iconic entertainment venue, Mod Club, and would bring the gang with him. The since-closed establishment had a reputation for hosting artists before their rise to stardom, and on December 13th, 2015, that reputation remained true. The OVO-sponsored event featured a star-studded lineup, from Prime Boys to Ram Riddles. Nearly every artist at the event were at the peak of their careers, which made for one hell of a show. To close in historic fashion, Safe decided to have the Song of the Year performed live for the very first time.
Sidney Crosby, all these bitches want me. 81 shots on your block, no Kobe. Switch it up with the left, like to know, bro, nigga like water, you can't hold me.
Yo, and the crazy shit is, I ain't gonna lie, the crazy shit is, Kobe gave 81 to Toronto. Stop playing with me. He gave it to Toronto. RP Kobe. He gave 81 to Jalen Rose and them niggas.
With the left, like to know, bro, nigga like water, you can't hold me.
Mo G completely shined that night. As he Ginobili'd across the stage, his energy was infectious, spreading throughout the crowd. Although he wasn't at the show, Drake caught wind of the monumental night from his OVO brethren who were in attendance and decided to upload 2 congratulatory Instagram posts. The first one was captioned, "Starboy from the 6th Side, Halal Gang, big up Safe for selling out Mod Club, wish I was there to see the guys shine." The second photo was captioned, "Ginobili'd all summer like I said I would, rest in peace Ano." The pieces for a monumental career came together organically for Mo G, who, naturally motivated and hungry for more, would spend the remainder of the year in and out of studios across the city, producing his debut EP. With the help of Drake, who reportedly helped fund the project, Off Boy was released just 10 days into the new year. It featured 3 songs, including the classic, Wiggins, a tribute to the Toronto-bred Golden State Warriors small forward. Also on the EP was a song called Mind Symphony, an anthem dedicated to his fallen friend, Ano.
Come off this fucking earth. When you died, I was sitting on the curb. Couldn't breathe, couldn't feel a nerve. Seeing 80 cruisers swerve, hearing birds chirp. That sound of name and you get murked.
Even with all that's begun to manifest for Mo G, his life and his thoughts all seem to pivot on Ano, and more specifically on Ano's death. Mo G didn't manifest any of this by being prayerful. He never thought Drake would co-sign him or that his best friend would die. All of the variables in Mo G's life and career trajectory were out of his control. We've seen many rappers come before him, just as eccentric and dynamic, but their stars tend to dim and fade out. Perhaps what sets Mo G apart is all his grief, all his heart. A little over 2 weeks after releasing his debut EP, Mo G would receive yet another shout out from the boy, but this time he was direct.
With the dance moves, Mo G with the dance moves, Ad Boy with the dance moves, Jimmy
January 30th, 2016, Drake would name drop Mo G on Summer 16, a single that was reported to be on his upcoming album, Views. The name drop was huge, mainly because the record debuted at number 6 on the US Billboard Hot 100, selling 215,000 downloads in its first week. These sales became the highest debut sales of Drake's career. For Mo G at this point, Drake wasn't some elusive figure of Toronto, or the Sixth God, as some would refer to him as. Instead, he referred to Drake as a big brother. 2 months after the release of Summer 16, Mo G would talk in depth with MTV about Drake's impact on not just his career, but Toronto's music scene as a whole.
Gangsta, you feel me? That nigga Drake, that's my guy, you know what I'm saying? That's my nigga right there, that's my brother, you know what I'm saying? That's my big brother, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Drake, you know what I'm saying, the city wouldn't be the same. Toronto wouldn't even have attention like that, you know what I'm saying? He put on for Canada, he gave niggas that USA passport. It's not easy, I mean, as a Canadian rapper. It's a beat out there in America, you know, it's a big field, you know what I'm saying? It's not really easy, it's tough. He did it, he's the biggest rapper in the game right now, the best rapper in the game right now. Much respect, you know what I'm saying? He's a legend. That's my guy, you know what I'm saying?
At this point, it would be safe to assume Drake and Mo G had developed a solid brotherhood, but as improbable as it may seem, not even 2 weeks after the release of this interview, that brotherhood would come to an end.
Have you ever heard in the history of hip-hop a man that gives away his creativity and helps make Billboard hits but doesn't get paid $1 for it, 1 credit for it, and he's stuck in the hood? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense, but exposing these will make sense. Song. Oliver's a snake-ass, double-headed snake-ass, psychotic looking mo. Always stirring the pot, telling me Rihanna wanted me at the music.
Bro, if this nigga better not, yo. Yo, he better not be getting, yo. Let me see what happens before I go crazy.
Music video shoot with Drake didn't want me to come. All Drake's friends hate you. Drake doesn't like you. You always stirring the pot, you. Oliver is a shady ass white boy, culture vulture ass, snake ass, nerd, a dweeb, everything. Begs me to wear his clothes and advertise. That's why I used to wear his clothes. I thought we was family with OVO, but he never paid me $1 after they stole my ways. They're trying to hide me from the world and hide me from the. This Oliver told me the whole OVO team thinks I deserve a compensation for everything Drake took from me. And all the Manchester offered me is $500. $500? Can't even pay mama's rent. What are you smoking drugs, brother? You look like you're on fiend.
In a series of since deleted videos posted on Moji's Instagram account, he would call out Drake and his manager Oliver over unpaid contributions to Drake's upcoming album, Views. He would later add more fuel to the fire by airing out what many have heard in the past. Drake uses ghostwriters, but according to Moji, penning hits is one thing, and being compensated for his work is another. In one of many posts, Moji shows a screenshot of a DM conversation between him and Drake, where Drake asks him for a voice recording to use on Views. Underneath it was captioned, "This is the title of a song on Views. After I did this shit, Oliver put me in the studio, and he said they need new hooks, new flows, and bars and shit. I didn't want to be on these album cause I'm not a slave, only slave of Allah, not the fake-ass sixth god. It only gets deeper. Stop playing with me, little Forest Hill creature." These accusations are almost identical to the Quentin Miller situation, who was not only outed as Drake's ghostwriter, but had multiple reference tracks leaked. The ordeal sent shockwaves throughout the music industry, and even though he ended the rant off by saying he would have kept quiet if he was properly compensated, Moji outing Drake and his team in such a manner was the wrong move for so many reasons. Not only was he burning bridges for himself and others, but he became enemy number one to the wrong person. You see, leading up to this altercation, Drake was already in hot water after being involved in a string of violent incidents. It started in 2014 when two groupies on Instagram accused Drake of threatening them. One of the women stated Drake sent thugs from his entourage to her apartment and they threatened her for speaking out about having sex with him, while the other woman filed a police report stating Drake had threatened her for posting pictures of designer bags that he purchased for her. A few months after that, rapper and songwriter Quentin Miller was outed as Drake's ghostwriter, which turned into a bitter public dispute with Meek Mill, who called out Drake publicly on Twitter. According to Quentin Miller, Meek caught him at a Nike store in Beverly Hills shortly after the Twitter dispute and wanted confirmation about the ghostwriting allegations. When Meek didn't get the answers he wanted, he went on the attack. Later that same year, Detail, a prominent music producer, was offered the elusive gig as Drake's executive producer. Known for creating hits like How to Love by Lil Wayne and Beyonce's Drunken Love, which earned him his first Grammy, it's easy to see why you would want this guy on your team, but in order to work with a more diverse clientele, Detail declined the offer. Drake didn't handle the rejection well. According to TMZ, who first uncovered the incident, Drake allegedly invited Detail to a meeting at his home in Cali to work on a new project after their monster collab on Nothing was the same. When Detail showed up at around 2 in the morning, he says it was the rapper's right-hand man, Chubbs, who greeted him instead. Chubbs ambushed Detail, and during the alleged beatdown, which Detail insisted was set up by Drake, Chubbs supposedly yelled, "I will beat all your asses, including your bitches. I don't give a f***. I will hit you again. Do you think Drake is soft? Do you think Drake's a punk?" Detail received a broken jaw and multiple other injuries that required surgery following the run-in. He says he was so badly hurt he couldn't work for a year. He asked Drake repeatedly, and in vain, to cover his medical expenses. When Drake refused, the beaten producers sued 2 years after the incident, but the lawsuit was thrown out when Detail was arrested by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department and charged with 5 women and assaulting another. He is currently being held on bail of $6.3 million. Drake and the OVO goons weren't to be played with, but apparently Mo G didn't get the memo, because not even a week after his initial posts went viral, he continued berating the rapper and his team on Instagram. This time he took it a step further, by leaking an unreleased song.
Just to let the world know, I never got paid no 12 grand. For the record, I'm not signed to OVO, and all my real fans have been rocking with me from day one. Check the history. I always delete all my posts, and I deleted it because I got bigger info coming to you right now. As too much talking these days. These days, I've been out walking. Yeah, this one's easy. I don't do that much talking.
With the entire situation unraveling on social media for the world to see, Drake would reply to Mo G with just a single Instagram post, simply captioned, "The bright lights are supposed to inspire you, not fry your brain." This would be the only time Drake would acknowledge Mo G. Well, publicly that is.
After calling out Drake last week, Mo G posted a picture suggesting he was the target of a violent assault at the hands of OVO.
Nigga's a victim.
April 1st, 2016, a graphic photo of Mo G's swollen and bloodied face would be uploaded to his Instagram. It was captioned, "When you speak from your heart, this is what happens, #dirty society, #dirty industry." The post went viral instantly, with numerous media outlets covering the situation, and with it being uploaded on April Fool's Day, many assumed it was a prank, but it wasn't, this was real. Across the border, the incident basically turned into a meme, with many influencers taking the opportunity to clown the bloodied rapper. Rapper turned podcaster Joe Budden was one of them. He tweeted, "I loved that Mo G with the dance moves line a lot more. Before I actually saw Mo G, I ain't wanna move like Mo G after that." As this was happening, people were speculating the OVO Defense League were directly involved in the brazen assault. Now, that may seem obvious to most, but within the streets of the Screwface capital, there were whispers suggesting Halal Gang orchestrated the attack. There are several points backing this claim. First, Mo G never directly accused Drake or OVO of jumping him. Second, a week before he was jumped, Mo G unfollowed all Halal Gang members and associates on Instagram, and they reciprocated the energy. Moments later, Dawg posted a photo of Halal Gang linked up with OVO, but cropped out of the picture was Mo G. It was captioned, "Ain't shit changed, but the weather, de real no, #HGang." To further add fuel to the fire, Dawg tweeted then deleted the following. "Nick need to stop begging for attention now. It's getting ridiculous, #shaking my head." After receiving backlash for the tweet, with some going as far as saying he was turning his back on his friend, Dawg would attempt to clear the air by tweeting, "LOL, Mo G we ain't beefing. Laughing emoji, stupid people." He followed this up by calling academics a slur after he posted a few videos covering the altercation. Now, this could have all been one big coincidence. Regardless, Mo G still wasn't fazed. The day after revealing he had been jumped, Mo G would capitalize on the mass attention it garnered by dropping the music video for his hit song, Wiggins.
I be ballin' so hard, you'll think that I'm Wiggins. I be cashing checks, they be catching feelings while you mad.
The M-Works powered visuals had everyone talking, but the first thing people noticed was Mo G's face. It was unharmed, suggesting the video was initially recorded before his violent encounter with the OVO Defense Squad. Regardless, he was intent with the timing of its release, because towards the end of the video, it cuts to him laying down several pieces of OVO apparel on the mud beneath him. He then douses the gear in gasoline and sets it aflame, marking the end of his affiliations with Drake and OVO. Per usual, Drake refused to acknowledge the spectacle and would go on to release his record-breaking album, Views, on April 29th. But something was off. A song was missing. Summer 16, the song Mo G was name-dropped on, was pulled from the album last minute. An exact reason was never revealed, but I think we all can figure out why. The ordeal sparked a new dialogue surrounding Drake and his rise to stardom. Is he a culture vulture like Mo G claims he is? First off, Drake's influence and impact on the city of Toronto cannot be overlooked. Throughout his career, he has ignited.
I feel like Son jumped out the fucking... I feel like Son jumped out the window, you heard? Like, he did the most. Like, he just, like, you want credit, bro. Like, you was in there, right? I mean, if he did record the song and Drake took it, then I get it. But if Drake just busting your dance moves and shouting you out, bro, you crazy as hell. You think you need to get paid for that. But if you was giving that nigga songs and shit, then that's different.
Acknowledge the different nuances of the city that raised him and the various people who identify within different regions of the city. For example, the Jamaican and Somali culture in Toronto is strong, and Drake has managed to incorporate it into his widely accepted music.
Know some Somalis that say we got it, wallahi. Arabic ting told me that I look like Yusuf, look like Hamza. Habibti please, ana akid, inte wana akhla. Try if you rush me off, try if you brush me off, I see.
On the other hand, many have made note on the timing of some of Drake's most successful songs and collaborations. From grime to Afrobeats to dancehall to drill, Drizzy has notoriously dabbled in multiple genres of music, but he only seems to incorporate elements of these genres when they are at the peak of their popularity. As the culture vulture narrative started gaining traction, Hawa Meyer, a scholar who studies Somali diaspora, claims that some Toronto artists' efforts to popularize traditional terms are a riff off of the orality and metaphoric ways of being and speaking. As for Drake specifically, Meyer states, Drake's cultural capital right now is coming from Somali kids, and he doesn't adequately compensate them for it. Thus, his authenticity comes into question. 2016 was a year full of ups and downs for Moji, but despite everything, he would end the life-changing year off with one more classic.
I don't rock with munafiqeens. I'm selling rocks to the fiends. I keep a Glock on with some mean, and my pockets stay fat in my diesel jeans.
Akira Mode was released on October 26, 2016, 2 days after Drake's birthday, as a final dig at the rapper and his OVO namesake. The single is religiously worded, aimed at rebuking and castrating his critics and those who he once called friends. The term Akira refers to the afterlife or judgment day. By invoking the Akira, Moji is reminding his haters and comrades alike to stay honorable, loyal, and to not give in to the devil, like that which turned many of those he once called family against him. He also references the term Munafikeens, an Arabic word whose literal meaning is hypocrite. In the context of the song, however, the term is being used to refer to backstabbers or sellouts. In a play of words, he is most likely aiming the diss towards his former crew, reminding them of the Akira and warning others about the Munafikeens. The progression of Moji's career would begin to decline after the release of Akira Mode, but what really put the nail in the coffin was when his sister unexpectedly passed away at the beginning of the new year. It was widely speculated she unalived herself, but this was never confirmed. Understandably, this took a toll on Moji. He would delete all of his past projects and remain inactive on all socials for nearly 2 years after her death. Fans soon began theorizing he had not only officially called it quits on the rap game, but severed ties with his Regent Park brothers. That narrative, however, was quickly shut down after pictures of them linked up in the UK for Drake's Boy Meets World tour surfaced around spring of 2017. Then on December 9th, in collaboration with Puffy L's, Moji would make his return to the rap scene with the hit Black Rabba.
And when we pull up in the city, they like, whoa. Moji's back, dropped a new track, they like, whoa. Spent 10 stacks on the kicks, they like, whoa. She say she like the way a nigga live, I'm like, whoa. Money ain't a problem, baby girl, we get stole.
It appears the near 2-year hiatus did wonders for Moji, as he began taking the necessary steps to repair the bridges he once burned, but unlike Halal Gang, some people weren't as quick to forgive.
In this industry, I'll tell you, none of these people, none of you guys, any of you guys in this industry, none of you guys tell the truth. That's the truth about the industry. Bottom line, I want to hear that, you know, like I'm banned from the building.
Like, hey, this city can't have you back. Yeah, no, really, that's all I know.
So even if I'm paying you for sessions...
They just said you came down, like you just said, you were just like kind of harassing people that were telling, demanding that you record. They record you, and they said, yeah, you can't have them back. I said, okay.
I was harassing people.
What's that?
I said I was harassing people. Is that what you said?
Something like that. That's what he said. Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure.
On May 16, 2018, a near 7-minute video of a recorded phone call between a local studio owner and Moji would be posted to his Instagram. Underneath it was captioned, Dear fans, I've been blackballed for the past 2 years now. I'm banned from 99.9% of studios in Toronto. I'm banned from all clubs. I'm banned from doing shows. And I'm banned from doing appearances. When I get lucky and find a studio, engineers salt up my whole thing. They turn my headphones up on full blast on some hater shit. My word, they move like Joe Budden. They don't mix and master my music. They refuse to do it. All type of hate I get. Toronto is a city full of D-writers and haters. My word, on everything I love. And they wonder why I stopped rapping for
Bro, you can't diss Drake and think like you about to get on. You think you about to get on? You dissing Drake? 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 You're done. You're diluted. Yeah, you're done. Wipe the fuck down. You from Toronto dissing Drake. That don't even make sense. You're done. You're done.
2 years. No opportunity. It's simple. By Instagram. It doesn't look like Mo G kept his word about quitting, because within the same week this call was posted, he would drop 3 songs. With the timing of the new music, the
Ain't
black...
nobody trying to burn that bridge with Drake? Are you dumb? Who trying to burn a bridge with Drake, for real? Cause that's all you gonna do. It's over.
Bald accusations looked like a promo stunt, and Toronto's underground scene didn't hesitate to share their displeasure. From bloggers to rappers to fans, Mo G was bombarded with hate. The once adored rapper was now being exiled by the same community that initially embraced him with open arms. But all of this was quickly forgotten when just a month later, tragedy strikes.
With sirens blaring, an ambulance rushes through this crowded strip at the same time that a woman is pleading for one. She has just seen a body on the ground, the scene too graphic to show, but it was what so many people on Queen West saw with their own eyes yesterday after a triple shooting that killed 2. The horrific video has been making the rounds on social media, friends identifying the man as Javante Smart, better known as Smoke Dawg, an up-and-coming hip-hop artist, remembered as a bright young man with a beautiful personality.
Smoke Dawg's unexpected death left an everlasting impact on the city's rap scene. New alliances, and especially rivalries, were formed, but for Mo G it was deeper than rap. In a series of since deleted Instagram posts and stories, he would pour his heart out for his fallen friend, telling Smokey he loved him and promising he would never perform their hit song again. But Mo G, being the unpredictable man that he is, would be back to his 2016 ways not even a week after the passing of his friend, making erratic posts on Instagram, even dissing Drake once again.
What the fuck is this nigga talking about? A nigga like me, I don't own Apple Music, I don't own Tidal, I don't own Spotify, I don't own none of that shit. Nigga like me from the hood, I don't got none of them platforms on my phone. But I just heard somebody in the spot playing Drake's album. I heard the nigga say, all pop mollies, my mollies pop niggas.
I am a cream of the crop nigga. You niggas pop mollies. My mollies pop niggas.
What mollies you talking about, bro? Where these mollies at that free popping niggas? I don't know what the hell this nigga be talking about his molly pops nigga. I never seen Drake with no mollies. I think I'm the only molly I seen him with before. That's the whole crazy thing about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate him. I don't like him. I don't love him. But he wants to see us all against each other. His dream is to see us all get dusted. Youths from his end to get dusted. Because he wants to eliminate us, and he wants us to eliminate each other and put us all against each other. Instead of uplifting us and bringing us all together, he likes us to go against one another. So he can eliminate us and get rid of the competition. So he can keep himself a big throne, a delusional throne.
He's delusional.
So he can win, so he can be the king on the stone. So guess what? I'ma always speak the truth regardless. And other artists that are as big as him, like Kanye West, Jay-Z, etc., legends that are bigger than have been doing it forever, show us more love than him. That's the whole crazy thing about it. So I'm rocking with Kanye on this one. Black Power.
4 months after these videos were posted, Mo G would sit down for his first interview since 2016 and throw a few subliminal shots at his former friend.
You know
know what I'm saying? And he said, then I hit him with the hotline. Chris Breezy with the dance moves, Mo G with the dance moves, Av Boy with the dance moves. About to slap my hood back on, but that was nothing but love, yo. You know what I'm saying? But to speak about that record, I don't know if I should even speak about that record, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? But it's a good record though, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? But I'm not here to speak on next people's business or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Out of respect and out of love, you know what I'm saying? It ain't the right thing to do, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people in the industry are followers, you know what I'm saying? They're not leaders, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? They just follow what the trend is, you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to make their own trend, you know what I'm saying? And just start their own wave or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's what everyone gotta do in the industry. Everyone gotta stop watching each other, everyone gotta start watching themselves and just do what they gotta do to elevate themselves, you feel me? Yeah. And to get through those obstacles, like every day God's gonna throw you obstacles. Life's a test, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta, you know what I'm saying, pray, you know what I'm saying, do your best and stay blessed and never stress, you know what I'm saying? You feel me?
I think it's safe to say Mo G wasn't a fan favorite in 2018, especially after videos of him surfaced, kicking it with Driftwood court-based rapper Pressa.
Gang shit, you know how we rock Sauce Walker. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Ginobili switching my nigga.
The link-up was highly controversial, considering the killer of Smoke Dawg was Driftwood court-based rapper 21 Neat. As stated before, after Smoke Dawg's death, rivalries were formed. One of them was Regent Park and Driftwood Court. Driftwood affiliates even coined the term HGK, an abbreviation for Halal Gang Killer, and they didn't hesitate to scream it to the world.
HGK. Hey yo, we don't live downtown, but we always DT. Always DT. We outside, you feel me?
So when Pressa and Mo G linked up, the narrative of Mo G being a backstabber started to gain traction. Mo G didn't respond to the critics though. Instead, he put his energy into new music.
It's a different ball game. Raptors, they just want a ring.
On June 13th, 2019, history was made. The Toronto Raptors won their franchise first NBA title. The historic feat brought together a city like never before. It even inspired Mo G to release new music. Ball Game, a song dedicated to the new NBA champions, was released on Canada Day, and it reached nearly 50,000 views in just under a week after its release, which isn't bad for someone like Mo G, who rarely put out music. 2019 wasn't any different, because the next time the scene would hear from him again would be on January 25th, 2021. But this time, it had nothing to do with music.
Listen, brother, if anyone understands, I understand, you know what I'm saying? That's why I tell you I always have forgiveness in my heart for you. Because that shit's overwhelming, man, and it was a different time. You know, like you said, you were young, and this shit can be confusing, man, when it's all just forwarding at you so fast. Like, you know, different people showing you love. You don't know if it's real. You don't know if it's fake. Then you have real friends telling you shit that maybe serves their own purpose or their own agenda. But it's like, I just want you to know, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I put that shit to rest a long time ago, man. And like I said, I only have love for you, brother. I wish the best for you always, you know? And I hope you know I mean that, man, for real.
After nearly 2 years of inactivity, Mo G would return to Instagram with a major announcement. He revealed a lengthy conversation between him and Drake, where they both put their pride to the side and hashed things out, officially ending their 5-year beef. In one message, Drake writes, "You have a good heart, I know that. Some bumps along the way, but you're a blessed G." Mo G replied, "You're welcome, brother. I really appreciate that. I always remember what you did for me. You're a legend to me, fam. You know I have nothing but love for you. Sometimes in life we just have the wrong people around us. You feel me?" Drake responded with, "Trust me, I never even had to forgive you in my heart, because I loved you like a brother the whole time. We are connected for life, through our city and through the guys, and just know, I always wanted the best for you. Man, you are a star and you had a light, and that's what everyone saw in you." To see these two finally hash things out after 5 years was a beautiful thing to see, but the positivity for Mo G was short-lived. A few months after these messages were released, we begin to get an idea of who those wrong people he was referring to just might be. April 11th, 2022, Mo G would go live on Instagram with a lot to get off his chest. He started the stream off by shouting out people you would least expect. From the Wasses
Better not be lacking a caravan, woo!
To Top 5,
Flip up, me and DP, you guys are not ready for this shit, you know what I'm saying?
Mo G was showing love to people who at one point didn't hesitate to diss his loved ones. He also seemingly mocked Mustafa the poet by singing along to one of his songs.
I'm going God. I got a 4-5. I'm going God. I'm going God. I'm going God. A part in the hands and a little bit in me. You know about that. Still love, still love, still love.
Seems like this little nigga's a dickhead.
As viewers began spamming the comments pointing out what everyone was thinking, Regent Park rap icon Tyke, who at the time was incarcerated, would join the live stream to set some things straight. He started off by giving Moji his flowers, but towards the end of his rare appearance, Tyke confronted Moji for tarnishing his reputation during his beef with Drake.
Moji been through his ups and downs. Sometimes he listens, sometimes he don't. Sometimes he's hard-headed, sometimes he's ignorant, sometimes he's all types of shit. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
The love was always there and the respect was always there. So, you know, this nigga always showed me love and shit like that. So I don't know what it is. Yo, I told you already, you disappointed me in a couple certain situations and shit, you know? I told you. I told you. I told you let me down and shit. You made me look bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with that one situation, I know what you're talking about. What my boys people, right?
With the boy, you know, you don't gotta con with the boy, you know, like let the world know you made me look up because I put I put my name on the line for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I fuck with you like that.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck.
Okay, thank you. I can appreciate the fact that you could keep it real.
Call my phone about everything. You know what I'm saying? And tell me.
Could you let the world know that, please? Let the world know.
Let the world know that. I let Chubbs know that. Period. Yo. You know what I'm saying? My nigga got cheese coming from, so what the fuck you doing, fam? I fully just squashed it.
Alright.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you made me look like a fool, man. You made me look stupid. Go get into it if you want to. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Alright, cool. Shout out to Chubbs though. Shout out to P-Rain. Shout out to Otto. And shit like that. You feel me? I can only do so much. I tried. You know?
Yeah. I had a little bipolar moment. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not just telling yo, my bad. You know me, I don't trust people like that. You know what I'm saying? But at least I do what I do. These don't even, these scared to fucking even believe in themselves, to move how they want to move. These are not their own men. I'm my own man, fam. At the end of the day, fam, niggas left me for that. And I put all them niggas on. Long story short, that's how we just gonna keep it. And I still wish them the best.
As the near 1 hour stream was coming to an end, Tyke would address certain people who he felt were destroying Regent Park's legacy. One of them was Puffy Els.
Look at Puffy, you should stop rapping, dude. Like, not even, this has nothing to do with any street shit, no hood shit. Like, this is like, yo, he just sucks in the rap. Like, but yo, Puffy's gonna see this shit. Stop rapping, my nigga. You're trash, B. You make the hood look bad, my nigga. And a real legendary block or real legendary step, and it's like you're the who people are talking about. It's like it's sad, you know. Just fall back, man. Get your money, take care of your family. I'm talking to Puffy right now.
The comments made by the two Parkers didn't sit well for some people because 4 days after the live stream aired, Moji's family home would be targeted in a drive-by shooting on back-to-back nights. Fortunately, nobody was hurt. Now, this was the last straw for Moji. For weeks preceding the shooting, he would go on an Instagram live tirade to publicly denounce his affiliations with Halal Gang, with him even screaming HGK at one point.
HGK till I die, are you crazy? Put your kids on.
He also took shots at all Regent Park rappers for not making Toronto's Rolling Loud lineup, which was set to take place in September.
Let's talk about how you guys been rapping for 6 years and you guys are not even on Rolling Loud. Fucking crap. You kids didn't make it to Rolling Loud, that's sad. And from the Woods made it to Rolling Loud, some of the towns made it to Rolling Loud. From all ends of the city made it to Rolling Loud. You guys didn't even make it to Rolling Loud. That is shameful. If I was you guys, I'll quit rapping. Stop rapping. Giving you guys all the sauce. You guys had no drip, never did. Mo, we're doing a show. We need you, fam. We need you out here, fam. Fam, we need you, fam.
This nigga's lame.
Oh, the good old days. Yo, Moji, fam, we need you at the show, fam. Man, them need you here, fam. We need the Ginobili, fam. The fans want to see you, fam. Puffy, what? I had to bench Puffy a whole. We traded. switched up for 10 bands. For 10 bands. How broke are you guys for 10 bands? And then your whole career is fell off. You kids hide. You goody got touched too, you're hiding. All you guys pisses me off. Don't make me pack you kids, bro. Or quit Abby just now. All you guys are leggy. This summer, when those see that? Okay, you guys wiped. Play around, kids. Play around this summer. Come outside. I want all you guys to come outside. I drop location right now for all you guys. Come outside. Come outside. This whole summer you guys getting wiped.
Wipe the fuck down.
Wiped.
This was a side of Moji the scene has never seen before, and it only got worse from here. Less than a week after his live tirade, Moji dropped a diss track targeting Mustafa the Poet and Puffy L's. From claiming Mustafa used Smoke Dawg's death for personal gain, to calling Puffy L's a washed-up basketball player, Moji didn't hold back in the slightest.
Dawg, nigga. Born and raised Regent Park, nigga. And I was born on the Finch, moved to Regent in 98. Born on the Finch in 96, moved to Regent in 98. Ben had the block straight, nigga.
Ben had it.
Oh, you gay when you gonna run out the closet. Put you on Nas one mic and you lost there. And we all know you didn't bring your smoke to the Junos. After making money off Smoke Dog's death, you ashamed, you a lame. What comes next? Every cent should go to his family, you suspect. Waited for niggas to die to make records like Stay Alive. Cause when Honor was alive, you was never allowed. God don't like ugly, you more of a child, so foul. And I vow you let her make money off the debt. A boy I know and take who ain't got nothing left. The truth is you're a disgusting, despicable kid. Smiling laugh on our Weezy got killed by the pigs. From that day on, you was never my nigga. Celebrating the death of black Muslim brothers. Uncle Tom ass nigga with no color. Hope you don't call yourself a top Mali when we all know you can't speak Somali. Real lions fought and died for the country you sick Muslim brothers. Uncle Tom ass nigga with no color. Hope you don't call yourself a top Mali when we all know you can't speak Somali. Real lions fought and died for the country you 6'8" monkey fell basketball junkie. Your real name Stutter. You never been gutter. You got issues. You're softer than tissue. Acting hard body, but I don't care.
A week after the release of the diss track, it appears Halal Gang got the green light to finally respond to Moji. It began with Mustafa the Poet posting this message to his Instagram story. LOL, there's not one you mentioned in this video who rocks with you. You've only ever been a burden to this hood. All the lawyer fees, funeral costs, community programming. Where were you when we were covering that? You're nothing but a mascot and you need to seek medical attention. Linking up with these exhausted ops who've only ridiculed our dead. All for what? A crumb of clout. You're as desperate as they are. He further added, Moji, I don't want anyone to get touched over this, so let's settle this like real Fight me. I'll knock you out in the cage court like I used to back in the days. We can invite the whole city. You'll have the stage you desperately want. Moji didn't waste any time responding to Mustafa. In a video which appears to be recorded at Regent Park's cage court, not only did he accept the challenge to fight, but Moji also took the opportunity to air out even more of Mustafa's dirty laundry.
You gotta lie to the public like that. I'm in the kids crying out, challenge accepted. I'm in my hood at any time. I walk Dola, I walk against me and Allah. You can't do that. Now me and you know you can't do that. Another thing is, don't act like you paid for any funeral services. You never paid for no funeral services in your life. You know the messages paid for it. You know their families paid for it. All these individuals that died from our community, their families have paid for it. Don't do despicable acts and act like you paid for things and programmings and lawyer fees. If you had something to pay for, you would have paid for it because they look like bums on the Juno stage. You know, you and I know they look like bums on the Juno stage. Even you look like a bum. You wear white Air Forces. You're so des. You're not Dr. Dre. Look at me. Look how fly I stay. You guys never had the sauce like me. And let's not talk about clout. I'm not doing none of this for clout because I was the first in the hood with clout. You know that too. Me and you know that. And you wasn't allowed to hang. If Smoke Dawg was your friend, how come you ain't in the trap house doing numbers? If I was your friend, how come you ain't still by the robber? You were only in Safe's video field because Safe was the only friend that actually liked you and let you hang with him. So you should thank the man, if anything. You know what I mean? You despicable kid. And please, let me tell you something. The truth hurts, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying? But yo, challenge accepted. I'm in the cage court right now live. These kids are not outside. I'll make that clear again. These kids are not outside. Do not let them fool you. And when you guys became the face of the hood, you guys let the hood go to tarnish, to waste, garbage. Back in the days, to say from Regent Park was an honorable thing. Now you say from Regent Park, people want to step on you like Mustafa the Poet. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, come on. You guys are not but snakes and musk and goofs. And you're the biggest mascot for HG, and them don't even like you. And Arnold did beat you up, and I had the facts, and there's a lot more where that came from. A lot is gonna come out. Keep playing around. Keep playing around like you want this. You don't want this. None of you have this drip or sauce, and none of you niggas have a brave heart like me. You guys are awesome for us. You know that, and I know that. And I'm here in the 3 p.m. and I'm in the cage. I don't see no one here. Come on, the truth hurts, right? And what do you mean exhausted ops? What ops are exhausted? You guys seem exhausted. Talking about stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. Screaming on stage to stay alive. Empty Alec. And stop making songs about dead people, you know what I'm saying? Benefiting off the dead. Because you never pay for nothing. Pay for their fucking families to move out the hood, kid.
Moments after this video was released, Mustafa would DM Moji on Instagram saying, "I'm traveling for the next few weeks because I actually have a career, you bum ass. I'm good to fight on the 22nd or 23rd in Toronto, cage court after Maghrib. Make sure you take your meds next week." As the fight date got closer, Moji would post a number of videos of him mock training for the big event, even going as far as taping a picture of Mustafa on a punching bag.
I can't tap out. I gotta get my son in a minute. When this shit go off, I gotta get my son. I gotta get my son after this. It's almost over. Only 5 minutes left. He about to get his ass popped probably, ain't he? Diluted.
You look like a fucking walking death symbol. Bitch. Calm down for a fight, now you don't want to fight. You're the definition of a despicable kid. You fucking love despicable kid. Where you belong? You belong in the sewer. You are irrelevant, bitch. Look at you. You look like a fucking death symbol. You look like a real death symbol. You belong in the sewage for your despicable act. Don't ever call a real nigga out like Moji and say you want to fight. Puffy, you better watch yourself, yo. You listen. Don't ever ask me you want to fight and you want to fight. Where you belong? Because I came to your kid's car. Sewage. And I'm in Peel right now. Sewage. Sewage. Fucking, you belong in the sewage, you fucking sewer rat. You fucking muskrat. Don't ever call a real nigga out. Are you stupid? Listen, you're running away? Come on, man. I don't even try, man. And I love better than you, Paul, man. Yo, listen, Paul, man. You would never win this one in your life. You see, you would have got this if you fought, but you're scared to fight. You know what I'm saying? You would never win this one in your life. You despicable kid. Puffy L's. You never got lagged like this in your life. You think I care about rap? Get racks. You fucking goof kids. Come outside and play the fucking block. You kids do not play the fucking block. I got bands on the app right where I grew up, goof kids. Bitch ass niggas. Get your live up, get your funds up. Fucking nasty.
Unfortunately, the highly anticipated fight would be called off by Puffy L's, who would go on to say, "No one's fighting no one cause I said so. Pray for the delusional cap dancer. I've been trying to get him help since preschool. Also been saving him since the late 90s. Was cool with Lil Homie 2016 to 2018. 2019, I ain't wanna be his friend no more. So he went and made new ones. Make sure them boys renew his medical prescription." The battle between the Parkers continued into the next month, and on the anniversary of Smoke Dogg's death, things were no different. It began with Moji appearing on a live stream featuring Boulevard Biz, who had previously made songs dissing the late rapper.
Through the race, we paper chasing HGK and they should change. Came up off a hand to hand and kicking tracks and hitting stains. Know my brothers got my back, vice versa, yeah, we the same. I'm go get 'em gang, but you know what that mean, I'm HGK. They left Smokey on the sidewalk, was laughing, I seen his brains.
During the live, the two would preview a new song, a remix of Still by the Rapper. The track shook Toronto's underground scene to its core because the street anthem was remixed into a diss track aimed at Halal Gang. On the song were also a few bars targeting Smoke Dawg, which didn't win many fans over.
He ain't making past the medics, man, he really need a doctor. 10 shots to his face to do him proper. Skinny L's, Moji, I'm a problem. Wick Woods, nigga, I'm a part. Grrr. 21 shots for your partner. HGK, bitch, that's the roster. Young guy, Molly's and some rosters. Call bro biz, young, go quick. I had to bench Puffy a whole bitch.
Moji's Halal Gang smear campaign would come to an end as both sides would stop acknowledging each other soon after this live stream aired. By the end of the year, Mustafa would go on to interview UFC champion Khabib, while Puffy Els would come out of musical retirement and drop a track featuring Safe. Moji, on the other hand, would go ghost once again. No more updates, music, or even Instagram live streams. The smear campaign would be the last time the scene would hear from him. As unpopular of an opinion this may seem, Moji not only paved the way for himself and those close to him, but for aspiring artists all over the city. Being raised on a block that only knew struggle, Moji wasn't born with the tools to become a star. After all, he dropped out of school at just 10 years old. He had no choice but to make do with what he had, and that gritty realism was projected in his music. A tale full of ups and downs, Moji's story is one for the books.
I ain't gonna lie. That shit was trash. That was an hour for that. Nigga ain't dying none. No, let me stop. Nigga always want some negative shit to happen. Like, right? He just went go. I was waiting to see if the nigga died or something for hating on Drake. Like, yeah, that nigga a hating ass nigga though, man. He got everything he deserved. Nothing. He got everything he deserved. Nothing. Cause he a hating ass nigga. I swear on my mama. That nigga was a hater. And he got everything he deserved. And he got nothing. Now he ghosts on Instagram. I'm out though. I'll be back later.